So welcome at NAB 2019. We're at the G Technology booth. It's pretty crowded out here. We're going to take a closer look at some of their drives. RedShark's NAB coverage is brought to you by NewTek, G Technology, Blackmagic Design, and Adobe. What do you have in your hands?
We've got a very exciting new product we're showing here. It's the Armor ATD all-terrain drive. So this is our entry-level product in our rugged series drives that allow you to use this in the field. So we have IP protection in terms of waterproofness, IP54. It's rugged, it's a little metal piece here, right? All solid metal here. It allows you to have it to be crush-proof as well. If I drop it, it's drop-proof to a certain height. And it does a really great job of protecting all of your media. We run here with USB-C, so you can plug it right in. And this is a hard drive, so that's where it's entry level at 1 terabyte at $89. We have a 2 terabyte at $119, and we have a 4 terabyte that's a little bit thicker than this at $169. So bringing this out just lets a lot more people use these drives. They can use it to hand off to other people in terms of shuttling, or they can just go ahead and use it to store their photos and videos that they may have. And this will be available everywhere. And go ahead.
Yeah. Is there like, is this like the completion of a lineup?
So yeah, it's a really good question. So we've had a rugged series for a while. You know, G Technology is professional series products. And we've done a lot of different ones. This is really our entry level, but it really follows along the lines of the ones we've been selling and are very popular, G Drive Mobile SSD. So this is SSD. This is actually even more rugged. IP67 waterproof, drop-proof, crush-proof, full sustained performance on USB-C at 500 megabytes per second. So this kind of follows in that line. We have one more as well. We've been selling this. This is our G Drive Mobile Pro Ssd that we've been selling for a while. Now we have it in 2 terabytes, which is new at the show. And again, this is the ultimate in mobile or in the field video editing, where you can get up to 2,800 megabytes per second, fully sustained, to do all the editing you need to do, whether you're around, or just if you want to store and you don't want to wait around to offload all of your photos and videos, especially videos, onto this drive. So really all 3 of these is really where we now have a complete lineup, from entry level up into the mid-range and all the way to our high end.
Could you maybe explain how maybe these 3 drives would be used in a typical production?
There's many ways. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, because there's probably going to be a use for every single drive, right? In like a production, so that may be used as a shuttle.
Yeah, it depends what you're doing. It's all different. When you say production, everyone's got different needs, and one of the things we do at G Technology is try to provide flexible solutions for everybody to use. So we see a lot of people using this either just for storing temporary things like photos, but a lot of audio as well. So we've got a lot of audio use here where you can store multiple streams, you can edit in the field, but you can also do some video if you're doing some a little bit lower resolution like high definition. If you want to do 4K editing, even 8K, this is what you want to do. You can store it if you really don't have any time or you want to move it in the field. But you're right, this drive, our Armor ATD, is really great at just backup if you just are an everyday person, but in the production field, you would use this to store stuff that you need to then bring back. Let's say you're out in the field, you're on a safari, you're up on a mountain, you're doing something where you're in the field, it's raining, and you're really worried about your data, get it stored on here, and you'll make sure you can always bring it home.
Go, what's that?
Well, this is a kind of a combination thing here. So let's ignore this for a second. If you just look at here, this is our G Speed Shuttle SSD, which we're now offering not only in 16 terabytes, that's 16 terabytes of SSD, but now 32 terabytes. So there we have 8 separate SATA SSDs in here, all in RAID, giving you the highest performance and highest capacity, no compromise. But yeah, you're noticing this little thing around here. You said, what's that? So this is just something we're trying to show that we think there's a really good pair between our G Speed Shuttle SSD and the Mac Mini. So we kind of stuck a Mac Mini on here. We think it's kind of interesting. But really what it's letting you do is with the Mac Mini providing a network, whether it's 10 gigabit per second or 1 gigabit per second, it's a really great pairing to distribute high speed, high capacity storage over a network to multiple computers for video editing. So we're not really selling this yet. It's something we're thinking about, but we just really wanted to show a really wonderful pairing. If you want to have a really professional, high-speed experience where you're sharing your data, now you have a NAS, if you use it with a Mac Mini, that lets you run all the favorite Mac applications that you always wanted to do. So that's what we're showing. Not for sale yet, but it's something we're very interested in.